pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of previous meeting minutes.
I make a motion we approve the previous meeting's minutes.
I'll second that.
Any questions, discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of claims.
I make a motion we approve the claims.
I second that.
Any questions, discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, Sam, are you talking again or are you done?
I can talk again.
Okay.
So you should have 3 proposals for network overhauls at wastewater, water department, and town hall. Most of the equipment there is either outdated or not compliant and needs to be replaced. This is similar equipment that's used in some of the other towns in the area as well as some other institutions. Any questions on that?
Will this update us for a while then?
Yeah. Yep. So this should take care of you guys for a while.
How often do you have to update?
5 to 8 years, depending on it depends on environmental variables.
Okay.
I mean, you know, if we get a storm that comes through and knocks stuff out, well then, you know, there's nothing we can do about that. But you know, typically 5 to 8 years is the expected shelf life on most of the stuff. So
We need a motion to go ahead.
Do these all have to be done at the same time?
Nope. They can be done
spread
in stages. Yep. So I would recommend starting with water or wastewater first, since those are the worst off, and then moving to town hall last. Town hall and PD.
Which one do you want to do first?
It can be either one. Wastewater would probably be my recommendation,
And then the water?
and then water, then town
Okay.
hall.
Entertain a motion.
A motion that we proceed with upgrade of the network capability for the wastewater, water, and town hall, with wastewater starting first.
Perfect.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. How soon will you start on this?
Within the next 30 days,
Oh, okay.
or whenever the town once it started, you just let me know,
Okay.
and we can get on the books.
Any further questions, discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. So, when you get that done, you'll come back for approval to do the others then, right?
I can, yep. If that's what the town wants, I can definitely do that.
Well, you can just tell Heidi and we can put it on the agenda.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
Ralph ever, he's not even here. Ralph, I'll leave anything for you, Heidi?
I thought Ralph was going to be here, so he did not leave anything with me.
Okay. Services by Stouter, you know about that.
Yes, we have a water leak on State Road 9. We normally go with Stouter to repair that. They are talking that they could be 2 to 3 weeks out on repairing that. We can call it in as an emergency, but they will charge more. And speaking with Ralphie, he does have another gentleman, I don't have the name, that he can contact to see if they can repair. So the board needs to decide, do we want to wait, or do we want to look into hiring someone else? Or do we want to call it in as an emergency? As of right now, 2 different people, a gentleman from Alliance and Harley from Stouter, stated it's not an emergency at this point, but that doesn't mean that won't change overnight.
Well, let's see if Ralph can see what kind of work he can. Should have asked him for that.
See who can get to it first.
Can I ask you a question? Where on State Road 9?
Right there where you pulled in, did you see the water running all over the road? You must have been asleep when you pull out. Just look for Crossroads, same place it was a few years ago, but you wasn't here.
Across the road.
Yeah, right
Right
there,
on the
like you're
station.
going up that other road by the school, right there in the center.
Lift station.
No,
No, it's right in the highway.
Closer to their side.
Myers.
If you want a guide, I'll volunteer.
The address is actually State Road 9 and Myers as the cross street. And there was concern because of a large fire recently in the past, the hydrant was used so much that something could have come about from that.
So fixing it sooner might be, better.
Do you want a motion to authorize Ralphie to hire a service provider as he deems appropriate, and then you give him guidance based on what you're hearing?
I'll make a motion, we approve Ralphie to get estimates and the timing of fixing the water line.
And do you want him to proceed or just get estimates?
I guess proceed.
If it's a good deal, sure. I'll second that.
Any further questions, discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Also on water, our 2024 Consumer Confidence Report for water is posted on our indiana.gov website. And that's all for water.
Nate?
For the Mill Festival, I have to fill out that permit to the state again. And I guess I just need approval because I'm probably gonna be the one that purchases it for the town. Last year it was like $278.
The fire marshal?
So yeah, so the state can get a piece of their pie, or of our pie.
Nearby, yeah.
I move we, give, Nate the authority to pay the fee to the fire marshal for the festival.
I'll second that.
Any further questions, discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
It's just a little bit of public information. LaGrange Rule the Road is putting a teen driving experience on at the 4-H Fairgrounds on July 12th. There's flyers up by Tiff's office that you can scan a little barcode and register any new drivers that you know of that you want to let know. It's a really cool thing. They bring in all kinds of driving simulators and seatbelt braking control things. There's a video you can scan barcode if you want to watch that too. But that's just for if anybody knows anybody that's a new driver. It's a really cool thing that they've started doing. And as far as the Durango, I talked to Cops Gear yesterday. They said they're almost wrapped up. They're waiting on a part or two. They didn't give me, it'll be here tomorrow or next week. So I'm still kind of in limbo on that. But we're ready to have that back. Then Heidi, as far as selling the truck to the sewer department, we have to get with you guys on some type of resolution for that or an ordinance or.
Yeah, or you just make a motion now and then you can follow up later with it if you want to deal with it tonight. But it's up to you. I don't know what
Yeah.
exactly you're doing.
We confirm that Ralphie is.
Yes.
Okay. The sewer department, their work truck is beyond repair. It is leaking more oil. They did go in and have it checked at Tire Star, and that they are looking to sell. And their thinking was that they would sell it to the sewer department and solve two problems at once. So we need a motion to allow the transfer of funds from sewer to be able to purchase this.
Okay.
And to work with Kurt's office too.
Yeah, put together a resolution.
Okay, all right, move we, facilitate the transfer of vehicles from the marshal's department to the police department to the sewer department, working with, Beers Mullers to, develop a resolution for that activity.
I'll second the motion.
Any further questions, discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Just let me know, then make model amount.
That all on that?
Yep.
You did. Tiffany with the permits?
Heidi's gonna speak for me.
You have 3 permits in front of you. One for 310 Main Street, Wolcottville, for a 6-foot tall privacy fence. One on 102 East County Line for roof, windows, and siding. And the last one at 208 North Main is for an enclosed carport.
Has the county approved all these?
We approve first and then they go to the county.
Okay,
We make sure they don't interfere with our utilities.
and it's all okay?
These have all been approved by Ralphie checking
Okay.
on the utilities.
So I wonder why I need a permit for a home remodel and roofing and stuff. I don't think the county has a permit for that.
I don't know,
I haven't got one for mine.
maybe you shouldn't ask.
I'm pretty sure you don't. You can put a roof on without a permit.
I-
You can do all that.
This depends on whether it's a remodel or not.
So it's a, I don't know.
Motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the 3 permits.
I'll second that.
Okay, all those in favor of the motions? Heidi?
Okay, we still have we have 2 adjustments. One for Audley Slavin at 204 Race Street. They had a cracked outside faucet, so they're requesting, and we have a sewer adjustment of $20.41. And then for Donnie Himes, a pool fill adjustment also for an amount of $23.28. So 2 small adjustments there on their utilities.
Motion to approve.
I make a motion we approve the adjustments on the water sewer.
I'll second that.
Further questions, discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
I just mainly have a few informational items. We have 2 houses that have been bought and are being reworked. One at 102 East County Line and one at 308 East County Line. One of those houses has been empty for over 20 years, so we're excited to see that one being reworked. And one was a couple that recently passed away in the last few years where an older couple, and so that house also needs quite a bit of rework. So we're excited to see that happen. We did receive a check from LaGrange County Community Foundation for $1,000 to be used for our festival. The Community Improvement Group would like to ask the board to use that to pay for the bounce houses and the porta potties. So we need a motion to approve to spend that.
I move we approve that expenditure.
I'll second.
All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
There is the Indiana League of Clerk and Treasurers. Their annual big training this year is August 10th through 14th in French Lick. And I would like to attend that and take Tiffany along as well with your approval. And we do have, if you approve that, we do have Brenda Conley coming in to keep the office open from 8 to 12 in the mornings.
What days are those?
August 10th through the 14th.
motion to approve Tiffany and Heidi to attend that training.
I'll second that motion.
Any further questions, discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And lastly, West Hamilton passed his sewer test, so we now have another certified sewer operator. He is certified as a class 2 sewer operator. So we are very lucky and fortunate to have 2 certified people in our town right now. So congratulations to him on that.
Absolutely.
And that is all I have.
Kurt?
Just a follow-up matter is, you know, Heidi's been working for a long time to try to clean up the for lack of a better word, the mess that was left by her predecessor that she has inherited. And in one of those efforts, one of the many of them, is the attempt to resolve the issues with the IRS for payroll taxes and penalties, etc. And so, of course, applauding her efforts in doing that, we have, of course, determined that she's going to need additional help. She's going to need additional help from a CPA and from a law firm, somebody that does this type of work that can practice in front of the IRS. So I, over the last 30 days, spent a lot of time doing a little bit of, I guess, research, but also interviewing and trying to determine who the best candidate is for this, and come to the conclusion that there's a gentleman, a CPA in Plainfield, Indiana, his name's Dan Kinnaman, and he works with your current financial advisor, Financial Solutions Group, and he would be a CPA that would assist a lawyer, not in our law firm, because we don't do this kind of work, and nor do many others. So what I am recommending is the law firm of Faegre, Drinker, Brittle, and Reed, and they are in Indianapolis. They also have offices in Fort Wayne, and they have offices in South Bend, but they also have connections in Washington, D.C. Not that we need that, but the amount in question is big enough that we're going to need somebody that knows what they're doing, has connections, and can practice in front of the IRS. So I'm recommending that you authorize the dean to sign the engagement letter with Faegre, Drinker, Brittle, and Reed to allow me then to work directly with Heidi, the CPA, and them to get in front of the IRS and try to negotiate some kind of reasonable settlement that can be, I guess, finally put the town in a position where this matter can go behind us. So appreciate Heidi's efforts very much, very thankful. Without her doing it, we would be in big trouble. But at least we think there's light at the end of the tunnel, but I gotta have somebody to close the deal, and that's not somebody, I need somebody with a little more horsepower than our office.
I make a motion that we allow Dean to sign papers for acquiring a CPA and a law firm to work on our financial issues with the IRS.
I'll second the motion.
Any further questions, discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
If you want, you can sign right there, I'll fill in the rest.
Do I need to print?
No, you can just sign it, I'll take care of everything else. Heidi will have one for you before you leave. You got one, you know, your own, I mean, doesn't say anything. I'm gonna take the original, yeah, that's okay. And, yeah, like I said, Heidi will have one for you to sign the sheet too. I will follow up and we'll work with Heidi and with all these individuals, be back in touch at some point. I would expect an executive session where I'll be able to report the status. If you want a report before I present you with something, don't hesitate to let Heidi know, and we'll schedule an executive session. Okay? Thank you. That's all I have.
Thanks, Kurt.
Jeff, you got anything?
No.
Steve?
I have nothing.
Anybody in the audience got anything?
I do.
State your name.
Robert Miller. I live 406 East Wabash, and there's a drainage ditch that runs alongside my property under Wabash Street, and that culvert has collapsed and basically clogged. The last rain we got in June, the water it took over about a week for it to go down. And the one in April was not hardly that long, but almost. And the water is backing up and under my house. Okay, and I was wondering if I know there's supposed to be a wastewater plan in progress or something other, but I was wondering if there's anything could be done sooner, or if it's legal. Most of the water's coming out of the farmers' fields back on the south side of the railroad tracks, and there's a 4, 6, 8-inch culvert coming through under that. But my property's the lowest point from Willow Bend, then behind the feed mill, it all runs down in the back of my yard back there and gets in that ditch, and then it don't go nowhere. And I was wondering if anything could be done.
Well, you know, Jerry Combs is off right now, but we'll try to get Ralph down there to look at it.
Well, they had Scott and Jerry, and there's 2 or 3 others down there, and they tried to jet it out, and it's so small that the hose has got plugged up in it. You know, so it's going to need to be dug out and replaced, you know, to get it opened up where it'll drain.
Okay. Well, we'll try to get that on the agenda. That's what you're saying.
Okay.
You want to put that down, Heidi? Anybody else? Short, sweet meeting. Meeting is adjourned.